Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much, student. Good afternoon for all of you. How are you today? I hope you are doing fine. And before we discuss about the material that we have right now, I want to do the activity. So please, for all of you, when I say your name, please raise your hand and say present. Okay? Okay, kita absen dulu ya. Oke, yang pertama Arif. Oke, ada ya. Second one Budi. Oke, Budi ada ya. Cahyo. Oke, Cahyo ada ya. Didi. Didi ada Didi. Oke, alright. Ada ya. Livia. Livia ada. Oke, thank you very much. Last but not least, Zena. Okay, Zena. Okay, thank you very much. All of you are here in the class. And the material that we have right now is about discussion text. Okay, so as you can see right over here, the material is about discussion text. So before we went into the material, I want to share with you about the timeline of material or the things that we are going to discuss in this particular meetings, which is the first one is that we are going to have the definition and purpose of discussion text, a little bit of typo, isn't it? And then the second one is about generic structures of the discussion text, and the third one is language features of discussion text, and the fourth, of course, is the conclusion of discussion text itself. So, without further ado, let's start our material. Now, before we start into our material, I just want to ask you a little bit of thing right here. Now, kita tahu ya, pemerintah mengeluarkan statement atau pernyataan bahwa tahun sekarang ini tidak ada yang namanya mudik, ya kan? Nah, menurut Arif nih, Arif setuju nggak kalau mudik ini ditiadakan atau dilarang dulu? Setuju? Oke, itu karena COVID, ya, karena COVID mencegah angka naiknya COVID. Oke, good point lah ya, good point, and it does make a sensible answer on that. Ada yang nggak setuju nggak sini? Oke, Olivia? Nggak setuju karena udah menjadi suatu budaya bagi kita ya, udah menjadi suatu budaya. Oke, yang menarik ini adalah gini. Mudik itu sendiri adalah sudah menjadi suatu budaya yang dilakukan oleh orang-orang di Indonesia. It has become a culture of ourselves. Okay, every single year when we done Ramadan and went into Idul Fitri, we used to mudik from one place to one town to another town, and it is annual kind of thing to do. But then the government released a statement that you can't go to mudik this year. And this is the material that we are going to expect in, this is those sort of things that we are going to expect in discussion text, okay? Okay, let's see. Number one, which is the definition of discussion text. Now, in here, it stated that discussion text is defined as a text to present a problematic discourse. The problem will discuss from different viewpoint. There are some supporting argument as well as against argument. Now, a discussion text is commonly found in philosophical, historic, and social writing. Pada dasarnya, definition text didefinisikan sebagai teks yang mempresentasikan suatu diskursi atau suatu problematika dalam suatu kehidupan atau hal-hal yang lain. Masalahnya bisa didiskusikan dari beberapa viewpoint yang berupa ada beberapa yang berupa supporting argument dan juga argumen yang bertentangan dengan permasalahan tersebut. Discussion text juga biasa ditemukan di dalam teks-teks yang bersifat philosophical, historical, dan social writing, dan bahkan discussion text can also be found in mungkin apa ya? Teks ilmiah. It can also be found in scientific text. Okay, next. So we have the purpose of discussion text itself. What is the purpose? Tujuannya apa sih dengan discussion text ini? Yang kita bisa lihat, discussion text is to present 2 points of view about issue or problem. Okay. Budi, tolong ya, perhatikan. Baik. The next one is that to present the arguments from different points of view about issues of problem. Ya, jadi pada dasarnya discussion text itu bertujuan untuk mempresentasikan suatu masalah dari dua sisi yang berbeda. Ya, itu yang pertama, about issue or problem. Nah, to present the argument from different point of view about the issue or problem. Jadi ada dua argumen dari discussion text itu sendiri, bisa pro dan bisa kontra. Okay, so far so good. Is there any question regarding about the definition and the purpose of the definition, the discussion text? Going one, going twice, going thrice. No question. I assume you all understand about the material. So we are going to step into the generic structures of discussion text. Okay. It's an interesting thing right here because there are some of it, which is 4 generic structures. Okay, 4, which is the first one is about the issue or the issue, ya, stating issue which is to discuss. Isunya itu apa sih? Di discussion text itu ya sebagai bisa dibilang judul dan sekaligus tema di discussion text ini. Jadi isunya itu tentang apa gitu. Yang pertama itu adalah itu satu. And then the next one, there are argument that is pro, followed by the argument that is cons. Okay, so basically you are already know about what kind of pro arguments and contradictive argument. Like argumen yang pro itu mempresentasikan sudut pandang yang setuju akan permasalahan tersebut, dan argumen yang kontra atau yang tidak setuju tentu saja bertentangan dengan permasalahan itu. Dan keduanya ini tidak harus pro dulu lalu kontra dulu, bisa ditukar. Misalnya argumen kontra duluan, and then the second one is, and the third one is argument pro. It can also be like that, and you can switch it between the two. Okay. And last but not least, it is the conclusion. The conclusion of discussion text. Okay. The conclusion of the discussion text, recommendation, stating the rights recommendation of the discourse. Jadi dari setiap sudut pandang yang di sini yang bisa kita lihat dari discussion text itu sendiri, ada yang pro, ada yang kontra. Nah, kita dari pro kontra itu harus mencari suatu suatu kesimpulan, a conclusion in all of that. Okay, so basically that is the generic structure. Jadi 4 generic structure, issue, argument pro, argument cons, and of course conclusion. Right, next. The next one is language feature. Language feature yang fitur-fitur kebahasaan yang digunakan dalam discussion text, yaitu ada beberapa, yang itu ada 6 ya, di sini ada 6, mungkin teman-teman bisa lihat. Which is the first one is about introducing category or generic participant. Okay. Kita terus tahu kategorinya apa sih, partisipannya siapa aja di dalam language, di dalam discussion text itu sendiri. And then the second one is that using thinking verb. Thinking verb itu kayak apa sih? Thinking verb ini contohnya seperti ini: feel, hope, believe, ya. Thinking verb itu ya, kayak etc. Mungkin teman-teman juga bisa mencari contoh yang lain, oke? And then the third one is using contrastive, ya, conjunction, kayak however, on the other hand, but in the other side, although, etc. Terus yang selanjutnya, the next one is that using model case term like must, should, could, may, etc. The fifth one is using adverbial of manner. Adverbial of manner itu kayak gimana sih contohnya? Nah, ini ya, deliberately, hopefully, successfully, thankfully, gitu ya, dan etc. And last but not least, one of the most important thing of language feature that you may found in discussion text is, of course, simple present. Right, we are going to step into the example that we have right over here, which is about the television. Okay. I'm going to read out for you. Okay. The first bit. I'm going to read it out for you guys. So the first bit, it went like this. So what we have right here is the text example. The title is television. Television becomes part of our life. Every day we watch television. We usually watch television after working, getting together with our family even when we are working. Itu yang first bit ya, yang pas paragraph. Went into our second paragraph. Ada yang mau coba? Okay, Livia. Nice. Okay. Second paragraph. As the part of our life, television has bad and good effects. People have different opinions about negative and positive impacts of watching TV. Okay, next paragraph. Ada yang mau coba? Arif? Okay, sure. Let's go. Well done, Arif. Thank you very much for reading the text. Staying for a long time in our TV is not healthy life. They also set the TV influence our daily life. Sometimes we don't realize that we become more consuming after watching various ads. Some TV shows influence the way children act. The rudeness and violence come to our house without permission through television. Okay. Ada yang mau coba lagi? Next paragraph. Okay, Jenna. Okay, Jenna. Please, Jenna, how about you? Oh, nice. Okay, thank you very much, Jenna. So, but the other people say that television has a good impact. Okay, we can get much information from TV when there is something happening in another city. We know directly fast through the news on TV. TV also makes us relax after working all day. We come home, turn off the videos. Okay, so for the last bit, I will edit this. I will just read it for you guys. We can conclude that TV has a good and bad effect on our life. Our task is how to choose the good things and try to take away bad ones. So, the first bit right here, the first paragraph and the second paragraph is actually stating about the issues that we have right here in this discussion text, which is about television. In the second paragraph, it tells you that there are two point of view of people to see the television, which is there is a negative one and then also the positive one. The third paragraph is talking to you about the negative side effect of the television itself. It creates violence, it creates rudeness, it creates impoliteness of children through their house by watching television. But there are also the fourth one, which is about the pro-argument, which is about, like what we have right here, television has also good things, like, you know, we do watch TV for relaxing after a long hard work, and then some kind of information is actually you can get it in television, so it is all not bad. And those kind of things are concluded in the last bit right here, which is about we can conclude that they had good and bad effect, right? And our task is to manage how to choose the good things and try to take away bad one. Mungkin teman-teman juga tahu tentang istilah ambil yang bagusnya dan buang yang jeleknya. 10 things can be applied in this discussion text. That is the conclusion. Okay, teman-teman, okay, so what we have right here is actually the second discussion text, which is about nuclear energy advantage or disadvantage. And then the last one is about, hang on a minute, is about nasal exam pro and contra. So we have two discussion texts, okay? I'm going to give you the homework, the task that you guys need to fill in. Dari kedua teks itu teman-teman perlu mencari tahu generic structure-nya ya. Jadi teman-teman harus klasifikasikan generic structure dari dua teks tersebut. Is it clear? That is for the homework ya. That is for the task. Okay, thank you very much. So we start into the conclusion. The conclusion is that discussion text is to present a problematic discourse. The problem will be discussed from different viewpoints, and there are some supporting arguments as well as against argument. It has 4 generic structures, which is issue, pro-arguments, argument, and conclusion. 6 linguistic features used in discussion text, which is using a simple present tense, introducing category or generic participant, using thinking verb, using contrastive conjunction, using modalities, and using a variety of manner. Okay, so that is for our meeting today. So don't forget about our task, about your homework. From those 2 discussion texts, please find the generic structures of each text, okay, like the issue, for arguments, contra arguments, and conclusion. Okay, is there any questions? No questions? Right? Very good. Thank you very much for paying attention to my material. We see you again next week. Bilang kita